Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Elgato Gamer here for you, and today we're gonna go through our first tutorial. So if you are a Mac user and you're using an Elgato Gaming Capture, you already know that you can't use anything else rather than the Elgato Gaming Streaming software. Saying that, you might have some difficulties into operating scene transition. Scene transition is when you want to switch from one scene to another with a cool effect. OBS or other streaming software allows you to do that. The Elgato one does not have that option, but in today's tutorial I'm gonna show you exactly how to achieve that.
Elgato Gamer.
Okay, so now we are on my laptop. The first thing I want to show you is how to find those files. So first of all, we need to thank HarrisHeller, which is the guy who made those files, the transition files. And I found those files while I was watching one of his videos. I will put all these links into the description below so you can have a look and have an easy access to. But thanks again to HarrisHeller for sharing this with all of us. So once you click on this link here, it's going to take you to a Dropbox folder. You open the scene transition one, then you download those files. Those files have an extension. There is a WebM extension. Now you need to convert those files into MP4 in order to proceed. You type WebM to MP4 on Google and you use one of these online converter. You simply add your file over here. See, you choose the file you want, convert, you click on that, it's gonna create the file, you download it, and done. Okay, once you have your file, thanks again Harris, once you have those files, you are ready to go. Before jumping into the Elgato though, I want to show you quickly how OBS works in terms of scene transition. If I'm on, this is the scene section, if I want to go from scene to scene, the moment I press a new scene, the transition happens automatically. That's because in here you have a scene transition menu where you can set up that it works this way. Now we go into the Elgato and we'll see the Elgato streaming software has the scene here. You press into a different scene, nothing happened. There is no transition. And there is no option in here to set up a scene transition yet. Maybe in the future with an update the software will be able to have some effect like that because it make your streaming more professional. So what I've done in order to fix these issues myself, because I have a MacBook, I want to have the scene transition. I have an Elgato Gaming Capture. I didn't want to buy a Windows in order to use OBS. So what I've done, I made myself, I used one of the scene space, one of the scene spot to have a transition there. So if you notice, when I go from scene 2 to 4, which is what I want to do, it doesn't happen the transition, but in scene 3 I create the transition there. So what I have to do is go from 2 to 3, wait for the transition to start, automatically press 4 and change the scene. Then I've done the same for the next transition. I go to 5, the transition start, and I go back to 2. So there is a little bit of manuality in here that you have to learn, but I'm gonna show you how to set it up. So the first things you need to do is make two scenes that are exactly the same. So scene 2 and 3 are exactly the same in my case. I won't show you how to make a scene here because there is plenty of video on YouTube where you can find how to make a scene, how to use overlay and everything. But pretty much once you press on this button, you can, add a webcam, images, and other stuff like that. Once you have made your scene exactly like the same, you go in the scene that you need to use as a transition and you add the video. Okay, when you add the video, it will show you you have to pick the video that we just transform into MP4. You make sure they are not looped, because otherwise they will keep going. You select one and you pretty much add it to the scene. Make sure they are stretched all the way so they can cover the entire screen of the scene. So the major steps are pretty much done. So you download the file, you convert it into MP4, you create your scene as you want, and you make a copy, exact copy of the scene that you want, and you add the video in there. The next step you want to do is testing it out. So the reason why I need you to make an exact copy of the scene is because if I press number 3, you will see nothing is changing. Why I wanted to do that and I didn't want, you know, when I press number 3, the scene transition start immediately, is because the scene doesn't start immediately. There is no way to make it happen. So when you press number 3, you will notice that the video is delaying. There is a couple of seconds of delay. So that's why if you don't have any layout on that scene, the scene is, let's say, plain, you will have a couple of seconds of black screen, or maybe the gameplay, the pure gameplay will show in the background with no layout. So it's not gonna work as we think. The only way to fix that is to have a twin scene, let's call it like that. And then you have to learn how to manually switch. So you have to practice yourself a little bit, because immediately you might have some timing issues. If I want to go from 2 to 4, if I don't press it in the right time, I'm too slow. See, if I wait it too long, you see that the scene goes back to normal. And then when you switch, it doesn't look good. Another problem, if you are too fast, if I switch it too early, the scene transition is not quick enough. But if you have to make a mistake, it's better to change it before it's too late. This will give you a nice and better looking stream when you have to change from scene to scene. And of course, we have to keep in mind that this tutorial is mainly for Mac user only, because if you have a Windows and you have an Elgato game capture, your best option in that case is to use OBS and take advantages of that software. So this is it, guys, for today's stream. I hope you enjoy and you think this tutorial might be helpful for you. If you think so, please leave a like. If you have any issues, understanding or anything, please leave a comment on the section below. And that's it for today. Thank you, boys. Ciao ciao. See you next time.